not during the heat at all. Right. Oh yeah, where you guys are 118, we're like right behind at 115. Especially if you seem like me, I think if you jump in, you hit your legs at the bottom. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Same to you. I'll see you later. Of course, you can call Kitty. All right. See you.
Very nice, Mike.
That was the fun phone call.
Right, let's pop out our chat room here.
You know who? Well, this is the first name, which I just found out.
Now have volume everywhere. We should be live all over the place. Hello, hello, hello. All right. If you can hear me on YouTube, please let me know. If you can hear me in the chat room, please let me know. You cannot hear on YouTube, huh? Can't hear on YouTube. Why would that be? Now have volume everywhere. We should be live all over the place. Hello, hello, hello. You alive at the next parade? Is that parade on right now? If you can hear me on YouTube, please let me know. If you can hear me in the chat room, please let me know. You cannot hear on myself YouTube. Twice. I need to turn that off somewhere. I'm hearing me more than once. Where's that coming from? Why would that be? All right, is it coming from here? Oh, it's coming from here. I got it. All right, so Omniacs, I just want to punch myself in the face today. I've been mad at myself all morning because I came up with 3 trades for us to do today. One of them in the Russell, where we were going to sell at $29.95, the high $29.94.5 would have been a perfect short, right? Would have never even gotten past that. Perfect short, but I didn't choose the Russell. No, I decided I'd go with NASDAQ. I got an S&P trade. Get short 75.80. Did I get filled? No, I didn't. I didn't think it was a good idea to take that one either. I went with NASDAQ. It's the only trade that got stopped out. You know, I wrote up 3 perfect trades. Well, 2. 2 of them were perfect. Russell, S&P, we would have made at least 40 points on each. NASDAQ gets itself stopped out. It was the only damn trade I took. I am so annoyed at myself. And, of course, I took it with 4 lots, not my usual 1 or 2. So I had to make matters worse for myself. All right, is what it is. On to the next trade. No, I just decided to take 1 out of the 3. So usually I'll take all my trades. But the volatility has been so grand lately, I thought I would just take 1 out of the 3. I chose the only one that lost. Come on, it's so not fair. All right. And now we don't even have tomorrow to get it back, do we? Tomorrow's a holiday. I'm gonna wait till Monday. All right, my apologies. I thought we were in a really good winning trade. I mean, it was in our favor as soon as we got in for a while, and then watching the S&P and Russ, seeing that we were nowhere near them, and NASDAQ got filled, I was like, this is gonna be perfect. Let me put on some extra lots. Ugh. Oh well. Emotions are in.
But someone stopped, so it's all right.
Well, thank God. If I didn't have a stop it, I would have been 300 more points in damage right now in the NASDAQ. So thank God for stops. But still, I had 3 chances to win. I took 1 out of 3. The only one I didn't win. That's just disheartening. All right. On to the next trade, kids. I guess we might as well go see what chart 20 looks like. Wow. There we go again. Monday new highs. Thank you.
Guys, just give it a second, guys. Okay, have that muted. Now let's see if we blow up your monitor. Okay, realistically though, like, we are still safe to keep plugging this in, even though it makes that go off.
I don't know why it would even do that.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all.
No.
There's nothing plugged in remotely close.
Crazy microphone right in the way of that camera.
We could lift it up, because remember we saw that it fell yesterday? Like,
Yeah,
everything fell.
But now we're all hooked up again.
That's right.
All right, this has to get a little bit out of that screen's view because it's hurt my face.
Oh, okay, I didn't know where you wanted it.
Huh?
I said, oh, okay, I didn't know where you wanted it.
Yeah, just so that I can see that stuff over there. All right, so we will catch them, I guess, Sunday night because we can't trade tomorrow. Sure is getting way bullish. I mean, it always has been bullish, but looking for those 3 days down, we only got 2 out of 3.
You too, Frosty. So yeah, we safe to plug this in?
Yeah. No, it's fine. I don't know why that would do that. I mean, it's it's not the same plug, but it's probably on the same
Current.
Yeah.
There's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
I thought you needed that, so I just left it there.
Oh, I did.
Oh.
Up until now, it's useless. Well, thanks, Liz.
Enjoy.
Alrighty. Let's see what I'm doing over here. Oh, I got a mouse for that. I've got a mouse just for that. Is this muted or no? It is. It's unmuted.
Were you laughing at the view?
What's that?
Were you laughing at the view?
Yeah, stupid microphone about to hit me in the head.
Maybe we can get just that out of lower a little now.
Is what it is. We'll fix the whole
Oh,
rig
of course,
later.
yeah, later.
Yeah, because if you move that, it moves the other one, and then they all start moving.
Mm.
So we'll just leave it be. Okay, so here we are. Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. We had our Fed meeting yesterday. We've got a 3-day weekend. Markets are booming. What's 8 look like? Q. Unreal the way it just filled those gaps and then went the other way, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Why does this say closed? I thought this thing was open. 0 ships crossing at the moment. $416 waiting. 0. Who's winning that game?
1-0. I don't know truly what country this is. I've never heard of it. It's CZECHIA.
Is it Czechoslovakia?
That's what I thought it was at first, but it
Usually CHECH.
CZECHIA. Sezhia. But it's a 1-0 Sezhia versus South Africa.
Go Omni Phoenix, huh? Hey, we have to change this. My buddy wrote to me and asked me to change this and add Phantom.
Okay. Chechnya. Thanks.
Chechnya?
Chechnya.
Used to be part of Russia.
Ah.
This coin is doing great, kids. Although I don't know what I'm showing you right now, so let me actually see what this desktop looks like. I can't even see it from here. Where's my desktop? It's not my desktop.
Thanks.
Must
Yeah,
be here. There's my desktop.
Thanks. Yeah, that back confused me. I thought it was Czechoslovakia far away, and then when I got closer, I was like, yeah, I've never heard of this.
Stop moving.
Right. Right. The most international cities. Thank you, I appreciate that. See you later.
That's a better view. So this coin is doing fantastically well. Thank you for everything you do on the action. Of course, I will be there to help you out at every turn. So back to the quote board. Chat rooms are here and here. I'm sure I've been throwing a beating on gold, huh? Oh, goodness. Silver's not looking any prettier. New high NASDAQ. FU NASDAQ. I want my points back. I think it's going to go to try to make an all-time new high, yes. I think so, yes. Looks like it's trying for all-time new highs, NASDAQ. Orange juice up another day, huh? It's 2 days in a row. Bonds back in the 113 handle, never ever hurts anybody. Crude oil traded 73.58. That 70.50 mark is coming soon. All of this very positive for our markets. Excuse me. I see hot tea. Yeah. All right, Mike, you looking at some of these notes? Let me just ask you a quick question. Yes, we were muted. I was giving I was giving Mikey some advice. He's calling you guys, as you know. Can you hear me now on YouTube? I know you were saying that you couldn't hear, but that was kind of on purpose. Thank you. Well, all right. So, obviously, we're going for some upside. The commodities are all still dropping. The metals, the grains, everything is still dropping. How do meat markets doing? About the only things that don't drop. Huh? Even the meat markets are dropping. It's good. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Bio. Hey, does Bio Zappa have anything to do with Frank Zappa? One of my favorites. It does. Well, all right. One of my favorites. I love Zappa. Have since I'm a kid. There's a lot of people that just don't get it. But if you listen to his universe, it's an unbelievable universe of great stuff. The Frank Zappa, the Zappa universe, we call it. I actually play. So one of the problems I have now that I'm live streaming on these networks is I like playing live music when I do my analysis, but I can't play live music because first thing that YouTube's going to do is they're going to silence my video because of the music and the copyright nonsense. So whenever there's good music on, you guys get shut out. You can't hear it unless you join my trading room. If you join my trading room, then you get 24 hours, whatever I do, you're part of. If you're on Twitter or if you're watching through YouTube or anything else, the chat room, this live chat room, people gather from all over the world. This is where I can play music. I can say the things I need to say. Nobody can mess with us. On social networking, I got to watch the music I play, and there's always going to be somebody out there crying their eyes out. He said something that hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? So we got to deal with that. But not in my trading room. In my trading room, I don't got to deal with any nonsense. So you guys are much better off just joining live with Oscar instead of us typing in the YouTube chat room. Type with me. Type to me and speak with me in my live with Oscar chat room. You know, I mean, as I was mentioning yesterday, that's how we are now. We're well beyond what hurts is a punch in the face. Now we're at the stage where words hurt worse than being ran over by a locomotive doing 1,000 miles an hour. You know what I mean? Oh, he said something. I'm so hurt. I don't understand the kids today. I guess we grew up with a firm, hey, you know, sticks and stones hurt. So does this slap across your face, crack, and your parents would hit you, right? So you understood the difference between words and physical. These days, nobody gets hit by their parents. Someone says something and they're like, I'm broken. I need a psychiatrist. He said something to me. These poor kids, I don't know how they survive. Me? You can call me anything you want on this planet. What do I care what you call me? I'll agree to most of it anyway. Yes, meds. Meds and therapy. But I am literally from the unless you physically touch me, you couldn't say anything that could rattle me enough to make me want to have a fist fight with you. You know what I mean? Nothing at all. And nothing you could say that could rattle me too much because they're just words. Words are meaningless. They're useful if you want to use them usefully. They're meaningless if someone's trying to hurt you with them and you don't want to listen. They're just words. right? Unless someone's telling the truth about you and calling you out and making you feel stupid, that's another story. But I'm just talking about the difference between just saying a few words, what that means to people today, as opposed to who cares what you say as long as you don't put your hands on me, we're good. So go ahead, call me whatever you want. I don't care. Not that anyone's called me anything. Well, let me take that back. Today, no one's called me anything yet today. Anyhow, felt like um felt like sticks and stones when I was in that Nasdaq trade with four lots today. Felt like being hit over the head with a shovel, to be honest. Yeah, remember that? You can call me anything you want as long as you don't call me late for dinner. That's what they used to say. You know where that comes from? When people used to open up their front door and go, Anthony, dinner time. You know what I mean? Just don't call me late for dinner. Everybody used to get the call from their parents back in the day. All right, so soybeans behaving, wheat behaving, soy meal is behaving, corn is behaving, oats is the only thing that went up. The horses must be hungry today. Uh, Silver, gold, copper, platinum, palladium, all behaving. Bonds going in the right direction, and crude behaving, going in the right direction. Boy, are we going to explode next week. My goodness. Um, MCM, if you were in Brooklyn, how many people used to duck every time your father yelled and ran for cover? Depending upon how old you are, you hear a German voice yelling, you run for cover. Is that a German yelling? Quick, everyone, put out the fires. So I don't think there's anything new I can actually look at that would help us right now. I mean, crude, yes. We'll go look at crude. How about that? Let's go look at crude. That will help us. Crude should be somewhere up here. 5. Ooh, we're heading towards the target. Why is there a red line there? It's supposed to be a brown line. What is that?
So
Go crude. Oh, that means, hold on a moment. I bet I can figure this out. 105 to 91. I'll bet I can figure this out. 105 to 91. Let's go back to crude for a moment. To 105 to 91. 76.
if that makes sense.
Tell him check every other list. All I get to do is the site itself. Please remove from every other list. Because the only list I ever see, Mike, is just the website's list. So let me look at that again. 2630.
I hope they do what you just said in a quotation.
76 to 72, so we need 400 points. So then that means if we do, just get about 40 points out of the S&P. We should get about 40 points out of this S&P rally, according to what crude did on the way up.
Cool, Daniel. So, like, anytime that happens, I'll send them to you anyway. Just let me know that, and then, of course, I'll go right back.
Yeah, so once it's not on any other list, then I come here and make sure it's not on this one.
Yep. He said it wasn't on any others.
What's this?
The same paper you handed me. He said that specifically wasn't on any others.
Okay, thank you.
Still 1-0. 73rd minute. About from 74th minute. Oh, and the mule said it's actually Cheekia.
Say again?
Cheekia is the pronunciation of this country. Cheekia.
Not Chechnya?
No, Cheekia. He must have heard it like the announcer say it or something. Because he texted me it.
Me? Me? No. Not that I know of. I didn't have any arguments with anybody.
You weren't talking to me, right?
No, I was talking to the trading room. To YouTube. Done. Let's hold these. It's hard to see what it is I'm showing. It drives me nuts. In fact, I think that entire time with that token, I only yelled at one person who, after a while, I had to just calm his ass down. The guy with his $1,200. You know what I mean? Sorry, buddy. This is called trading. Barring that, I had no trouble with anybody. Nulo Silva. 65 now. That thing is worth 45, so that's going to have a big problem. It's not it. So let's try it on 8. Silver's going to have a big problem soon. Oh, yeah. Silver's definitely going to have a big problem soon. That is an ugly chart. Yuck. I got one word for this chart. Ugly. That is one ugly look. I don't know that I'd be buying the bottom of any pullback in silver. Sell the rallies. This just does not look good at all. Now nothing goes straight down, but silver's going into the 30s, 40s. What the hell's it doing up here to begin with?
Yeah, just examples so you see. To make it easier for myself, like I number it, where it's from, so you know for time, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then a little note like, and then
good
time.
Perfect. That's exactly what I do.
Mm-hmm. Once again, 3 o'clock in the morning, you jump up and whatever. At least you got as much information as you can get.
Absolutely. Oh, what's happened to that channel? Back here. That's better. At least I could see what I got going on. Yeah, it looks terrible, Frosty. That's an ugly looking chart. I mean, ugly looking chart. No, that chart hurt everybody's feelings who's long right now. Something that we should have been this morning.
Daniel and Neil were telling me,
what?
You hear that in Boston? Due to like all the Irish that are there and the World Cup and stuff, they ran out of beer.
In Boston?
Yep.
I can't imagine Boston running out of beer. I mean, they're made out of beer. Got to go to Pawtucket now. Guess not, huh? Americans drink, but not when it comes to beer, not like they do. We drink more alcohol, I think, than they do.
Pints of beer, I think, is what
yeah.
Like
you'll find an American holding a bottle quicker than a big mug of beer. Well, I'll bet we could outdrink their asses with alcohol like that. Anybody who drinks beer is not very good alcohol drinker. Straight alcohol, I bet we could drink you boys under the table. You could drink your 20 beers. I'll drink a bottle of scotch. You'll fall over. Me, I'll drive myself home. Hiya. when I was in London back when I used to go when the markets were when there were more banks in London, I used to trade overnight all night long. I used to go see Rouse Woodstock was one of them, of course. Um, Credit Lyonnais Rouse was another who became Rouse Woodstock. Um, Credit Agricole. I used to go visit these banks all the time. And these guys would go, "Come on, Oscar, let's go out." And we would go out at 11 o'clock in the morning for lunch. And these guys would pound away on pints of warm beer, just pound away. And I would be like, "I can't do it, gentlemen, but I'll take a scotch." So while they would drink a pint of beer, I would drink a full glass of scotch. We did that all day long. And by the end of the night, I was able to get in my cab and go home. And these guys were all wrecked. So it's interesting how beer gets them more wrecked than alcohol gets us, at least people I hang out with. I was like, if we're gonna do drink for drink, you got to remember I'm drinking straight alcohol. You guys are drinking beer. I'm killing you guys. One drink is five of yours. But we're still at our contest. Oh, it's 1-1? They just scored?
Right now, yeah.
Get out. What minute?
83rd.
83rd minute. We got a score, huh? Nice. Let me see it. Oh, there it is. Nobody to block him, actually. Nobody there to stop him. Goalie went in the wrong direction. Tomorrow we have USA versus Australia.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Man, how do I root against the Australians?
Well, certainly the audience is going to be pretty. The guy bet $4 million on Spain having a draw. That's a stupid bet. I mean, yes, he won, but what a stupid bet. It was just a stupid bet. All right, but he bet against Spain. That's different. I can see betting against the team, but not betting for a tie. And meanwhile, another trader lost close to 1 million in a trade that would have netted just 85,000. Who the hell bets $1 million to make 85,000? Who teaches people about betting? Who would bet $1 million to possibly make 85,000? What kind of a stupid bet is that? I'm noticing soccer bets are stupid. I'm glad I don't bet.
Oh, Frosty, that's not a joke, by the way. Like, I'm not being mean.
I was reading that from the paper. Somebody spent $1 million on an $85,000 bet. So you put up $1 million to possibly win 85,000. If not, you lose $1 million. Who the hell does that? who does that? Who taught these people odds? That was listed. I don't know if it's true or not, but that was listed. And the same thing that told us about the 4 million turned into 9. So that's a different story. Who's betting against Spain? Okay, I get that. You want to spend 4 million against Spain? It's a bet. Betting on a tie would be stupid. You know, that's in production. That's in the size of the bet itself, not in the dollars he spent. There's no shot this guy spent $1 billion in 3 years gambling. No way, no how. I don't think he's got that much. He doesn't have enough money to spend $1 billion on gambling. That is absolutely bullshit. Whoever wrote that, that couldn't be right. It doesn't make any sense. 100 million, I get that. Nobody spent $1 billion on gambling in the last 4 years. I'm sorry. We would have heard about that long before. That makes more sense. Numbers like that, not $1 billion. He doesn't have the kind of money that you can be betting 200. That's a $250 million bet guy. If you're willing to end up losing $1 billion in a couple of years, he doesn't have that kind of money. No way. In the past 3 decades, okay. The thing I thought I read was said over the last 4 years. That didn't make sense. In 30 years, I could see that, yes. But not in 4 years. That would just be too much. So that was over the last 30 years, maybe, that he spent $1 billion. Well, money creates problems for people who don't know what to do with their money. And yes, it puts you in an area where people are going to start shooting arrows at you, so you're always going to have more complication. But money doesn't create problems, people create problems. Well, anyone who spent $1 billion in 30 years is definitely out of control. He was out of control when he got to 200 million. He was out of control already. It's a lot of money to be gambling around. Nothing else. Bonds. Let's go take a gander at those bonds. I bet they look pretty interesting by now. Is it on 12? We've got a specific bond chart somewhere. 16. Oh, more good juju. More good juju. This is what we want. Keep going up, buddy. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to move the camera. It's not an automatic thing. If I pull up a chart, if you see a bunch of stuff on, if my camera is in front of that chart, please let me know. Because this is supposed to get, it doesn't automatically move out of the way, so I've got to move it myself every time. This way you guys can see what I'm trying to show you. Somehow Tiger lives through his crashes. I don't know how he pulls that off.
Hello, Chris. Hello there, Mike.
Boy, does that man need a Tesla. Do me a favor, buy him a Tesla, Dan, or send it to him.
Hello there.
We'll all chip in. Give him a self-driving Tesla, and he'll be all right. Or a self-driving car.
Okay, no problem. If you have any questions at all, feel free to call us back and then come join us in the chat room. All right, have a good one. Bye.
Um, Hey, did anyone watch the ticker tape parade in New York? I didn't get a chance to see it. I just didn't bother turning it on. You know, when I worked on the trading floor, we had some traders that would go to Atlantic City every weekend. And Atlantic City would send helicopters and planes to pick these guys up in limos because they'd drop $250,000 on a Saturday night, $500,000 on a weekend. So there are people that gamble that much on weekends. Jimmy Ning, one of my friends, used to drop $250,000 every weekend. Or I should say, he used to go there with the $250,000 every weekend. Whatever he made, he made. If he lost it, he lost it. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing that stops me from gambling is that even though today I happened to choose the NASDAQ out of 3 trades, 2 of them were perfect, one of them got stopped, the NASDAQ. However, I was able to pull up analysis and come up with really, really good trades today that I cannot do before a game of any gambling type game with cards at all. I can't figure out how to come up with good trades or good gambles. In other words, my work said if you see 29.94 to 95 in Russell, go short. The high was 29.94 and a half. Perfect. Bingo, right? We didn't take it, but and then S&P, if you see 75, 80, 84, go short. The high was 81 and a half, probably would have been enough to pull a trigger. I can't do that before walking into a casino. I don't have charts to look at. If I did, they wouldn't make sense. And it's more about luck than it is about repetitive patterns. So I don't gamble for that reason. I don't mind, like, okay, a little annoyed that I picked the wrong one out of 3 today. I had 3 choices. NASDAQ was the only loser. The other 2 would have been fantastic wins. All right, what are you going to do? But I was able to come up with really good analysis that usually does win. I can't be consistent going to a casino and hoping that every day I can guess correctly. So I don't gamble for that reason. Now, I did do a little gambling. I had 3 trades and I gambled on 1. I didn't take the other 2. I gambled on 1 out of the 3. So there is that. I didn't want to take all 3. It's been volatile. I'll just take 1. So there was a little bit of a gamble in my actions there, but at least I had something concrete to bet on. And where's my YouTube chat room? It doesn't make noise, so I just got to keep my eyes on it. Mike, is anyone even watching?
On Twitter or YouTube?
Either. I don't have room to go look from here. And when I do, it starts echoing through the cameras like crazy and through the mics.
You got 34 on Twitter, YouTube. You are 11 on YouTube.
Interesting how Twitter's getting bigger. Didn't expect that. That's a Dano thing.
But also, I don't know if that's just like the total numbers, you know?
You know, I think there's another way to say that, MCM. The amount of money that Americans squander is mindless and mind boggling. It's not just athletes, we're like Romans here. We're all the same. No complaining about it. Might as well be one of the Romans during their period if you are going to be on the planet. So we have Juneteenth tomorrow, and then there's Father's Day. How many of you fathers and let's call it fatherless, let's call it Single wives with children. How many of you are celebrating on Sunday? When is Father's Day, by the way? Is it Sunday?
Sunday.
I wasn't 100% sure on that question. How many of you have plans for Father's Day? Anyone at all? No one has plans for Father's Day, huh? You guys are so not American. Your wife's still out of town. Your kids have plans. I don't. I'm the guy that's got to plan everything, and I ain't planning nothing. So I ain't doing nothing. No one does anything for me. I plan my own stuff. Well, I'm not doing anything. I do for others, you know what I mean? Every occasion I'm there. I take care of you for this, for that, for you. But now it's my occasions. I ain't doing nothing. If somehow plans get made, I'll follow them, but it's not how it works in my family. It is on me. Ah, your wife sent the grandkids. It's just you with the dog, huh? Well, that'll be a fun. Hey, that's a cool Father's Day. I wouldn't mind hanging with my dogs.
We do not mind at all hanging with one of our dogs.
See, I could show you right now, Mike. Are there any plans at all for Father's Day? No, right?
No idea.
See, if I don't do it, it won't happen, and I ain't doing nothing.
Oh, that's a damn lie. You cannot say that.
No, it's talking about throwing occasions and parties.
I was about to say the other
No.
night that was all me and Natalie.
No, I'm talking when we throw occasions and
Oh,
parties.
yeah,
It's
of course,
basically
Duh.
me doing my thing.
Of course. Extravaganza style. He didn't answer, but I thought that was an interesting name. I left him a message.
Oh yeah, he'll answer you. I think that's the right
Mhm.
the right number. And he's in our Omni token too. He's in the
Very
favorites.
nice. Hell yeah.
Let me just make sure we get the same number. Oh, now which relative is this? Who do you think this is, Mike? It started with a Coach Oscar. I can't figure out who that is. I got that last night. I went, all right, it's got to be one of the kids from baseball. Who calls me Coach Oscar? And the dollar just exploded. Huh? Any clue who that could be, young Mikey?
I'll let you know at the end. I'm trying to think.
I mean, of course, I'm going to call him back, whoever it is. I'm just trying to figure out which kid it is first.
I was thinking Dustin, but I don't know.
Oh. Nah.
I don't know if he works in that field though. He's just the only one that I've ever heard that like brings up anything like this.
Seems too consistent of a brain thought to be Dustin.
Hmm.
No insult there. Just it seems too. It's very methodical, and Dustin flies around a little bit. I cannot believe we didn't get Russell and S&P, and I took that stupid NASDAQ trade. It's been bothering me all morning. Does it get any stupider than that?
This is the only message. There wasn't anything else.
Isn't it?
Back, right? To go to the main page.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that.
That's definitely Vegas. The first three digits. See, I have that number. I don't think I do.
All right, I'm going to read this out loud. Someone tell me who you think this came from. Hey, Coach Oscar. Hope everything's going great And home business is great too. Bless you, Mike.
Thank you.
Sorry to text you this late. Feel free to reply whenever. Recently, I've had a lot of people ask me about trading and how it works, how you profit from it. Don't ask me today. I don't know. I was short Nasdaq. I how you profit from it, how it works, etc., etc., etc. I was working in banking, so I'm seeing new ambitious coworkers all the time, and they'll tell me that they're watching the charts on my computer at work, taking trades and explaining certain things about trading. And this is just at work, not including everyone else.
Yep, that's what I thought.
But almost everyone I explain trading to tells me I should teach this. Oh, stop. How old is he? 11? I'm not reading anymore. I'll smack him in his head. How old is he? He's going to start teaching.
No idea.
Oh my God!
Welcome to the new world.
I'm going to punch this kid in his head if I see him. I'll be right back. Oh my God, he's going to start teaching.
I didn't hear you.
That game ended up in a tie, 1-1, huh? Hey, I've got a question about scoring in soccer, if anyone knows. So when two teams play and they end up in a tie, they both get a point. If it's a score that's 3-0, does the other team get 3 points? And one team gets nothing, or is it just 1 point and nothing? Select the tab to share. No way. All right. It's on Edge, huh? That's interesting. What else can I show on Edge? All right, how about my trading? Go Omni, huh? But now how do I unshow that? Huh. That's the one that's recording. I don't know how to unshare this now that it's been shared. Hey, Mike.
Welcome back outside after you got a drink.
Hey, look. I was able to share this on Pump. Now they're looking at this, but I don't know how to get out of it. I shared it. How do you unshare?
Pump.
This?
Oh, stop sharing. There you go.
All right, and then that brings us back to that. Interesting.
So you can screen share on it.
Yes.
Excellent.
Didn't know that was possible.
And I would assume the connection stuff should be strong because there's nothing running on it. Unlike when we do it like this, you got so much stuff.
So I could share windows and screens there. I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I just asked a question about soccer, but no one seems to have an answer. So if you're playing a team and you win 3-1, do you get 3 points and they get 1 point? If it's 3-0, do you get 3 and they get nothing, or do you get 1 point, they get no points?
Yeah, like is it just a win or is it goal?
Right. I'm trying
Like
to.
hockey.
I don't really know how the scoring works.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
And
Not
it
sure
appears,
anybody out there
it
does
appears
either.
no one watching does either. No one has an answer to this question. I will look it up if I have to. All right. Are we broadcasting? Because usually people will answer these questions. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, we're broadcasting. We'll find out the hard way. Instead of using knowledge, we'll dig for it. Okay. You get 3 points for a win. You get 1 point for a draw, 0 for a loss. Now I know. Once the tournament advances to the round of 32 with its 32 teams left, points are no longer calculated. Matches are single elimination. Games tied at the end of 90 minutes go into extra time, and then penalty kicks to decide a definitive winner. Very cool. Now we all know. Back to my blank 8 chart. Wow. That's all-time new highs in the YM. All-time new highs in the Russ. And ES is probably getting there. Yeah, ES is close. Wow. Sure. Live with Oscar. Yep, what's going on, brother? So did you okay. So you play against your group only until we get down to 32 teams. Got it. So you hope for a draw if you're not doing well. So in soccer, draws is something that you try to actually get. I didn't realize that because in most of our games, we don't try for ties ever. We try to win. Right. So there is strategy in actually trying to tie a game. That's a big strategy where at least you don't win, but you don't lose. Got it. So that's why that wasn't such a bad bet then. If you understand soccer, that wasn't such a crazy bet. Gotcha. moves on, and then we go down to 32 teams after that, and they stop counting points. Gotcha. So no matter how bad you do, there's a chance you could still advance if other teams did worse. Gotcha. Got it. And then if that doesn't happen, do you go to another overtime? Gotcha. So then you like hockey with the shootouts, they go to the kicks. Got it. I like the rules. I think they're great. Crude oil is making new highs right now. I didn't realize too that when you get two yellow cards, that equals a red card, and a player gets ejected, and that means you play with one less player. That's sick. I didn't know they do that. Right, that player's gone, and then you play with less players. You don't get to replace them. That's sick. Oh, red cards get you suspended on top of being booted, huh? Gotcha. That's why these guys behave out there. Gotcha. That's interesting. Those are tough rules. Gotcha. Everybody gets a fresh slate. Okay. Now this gives them three teams. Well, thank you for the education. That helps a lot because I've been watching a lot of soccer, but not knowing what the hell's going on with points. Yeah, they'll do shootouts. Yeah, it can't end in a tie. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It makes it happen faster. The only thing is, it's sudden death in hockey, and it really shouldn't. They should play out the whole period. What? 1 second, Neil. Hey, trading room. You want to take a look for some news? Crude making a new high, and natural gas is making a new high. What happened in the Middle East? See if somebody can find it. Something must have happened. It's not Friday yet, right? So something must have happened.
When would it be from? Like a half hour ago, 5 minutes ago?
What market you looking at? 745. Well, I think they're going to come back down only because I have a red arrow, so I have to think that. Well, I'll tell you what. If you know how to do Omni homework, ES and Russ were absolute bingo shorts right at the high, and then you broke 40 points on both of them. And I took the Nasdaq short, which never bothered giving us back. But if you look at ES and Russ, that was what perfect Omni trades today. Had I taken those, I just decided to take Nasdaq instead. Which, oddly enough, I've avoided Nasdaq for the last couple of weeks. It was just the quickest of the three that were going to be filled, so I took it. Yeah, well, it gave us a bunch of points, but it didn't hit a profit objective. Nothing I could take profit on. No. I meant Nasdaq. So what happened was I didn't take ES and Russ because we were already in Nasdaq, and I told myself I'm only taking one of the three. So when we got in Nasdaq, I kind of canceled taking the other two. Those were perfect. The Nasdaq was the only bad one. So bad decision. It actually gave us some good points right away, but it never hit a profit objective, so I had to watch. Good. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate the education in soccer. I'll understand it a lot more now that I'm watching. And now I get the ties. Now I understand how ties work. It makes more sense. No, ties are good. You can actually bet on ties because it makes sense. If another team is at a desperation and it's 1-0, they'll do anything in their power to get to a tie before it ends. Right. Yeah, that was right at the end too. Well, the competition's going to heat up soon because we're going to be dropping teams out, and only the better teams will be there, just like every other sport. So it's going to get better and better. So oddly enough, when I saw the U.S. team here in person 2 years ago, they played Mexico for a championship. It wasn't this championship was a different one. And watching them after 30, 40 minutes into the game, I started saying to the people around me, that American team, those guys went out for dancing lessons. I promise you, those guys went for dancing lessons. And they were like, why? And I said, look at their feet compared to the other team. They're much better with that ball. Much better. And as it turned out, the next day we looked it up and they did send the boys out for dancing lessons for the whole the whole practice season before that game. And now the whole league's starting to do it. Now, I don't know that they were doing that before the American team brought dancing in, because they were completely different than the Mexican team. They were better on their feet by far. And once they announced that they went for dancing lessons, it seemed to be a big thing, hit the league after that. Oh, yeah. I do notice that. They cry about everything. Uh-huh. Oh, they're floppers from South America for sure. Usually those type of teams get beat anyway. They beat them, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's how they are. Well, the rule of law there is different than here. So in America, we'll have guns. So do they, but it's illegal. No one's allowed to have it. So you know what I mean? The whole society is different than ours. No, but they come from a place that's this is their society. So they're going to be tougher people right off the bat. I've been to Brazil. They're much tougher than we are for a reason. They're poorer. It's you can be killed just walking down the street for no reason. When we were driving, we were told once it starts to get dark, you ignore traffic lights. You do not stop for a red light. If you stop long enough for a red light, you can lose your life. When I was there, so it's different than America. Sounds like a lot of cities in this country. Sounds like Oakland, huh? Yeah, time to get out of there. So yeah, they literally told us not to wait for those lights. Do not stop for red lights. Now here's Neil. Here's the scariest thing to watch out for. What a lot of times they'll do is someone will come running out and bounce off your car with his knee and lay down in the street, and then the whole crowd comes out and goes, "You just ran him over," and you got a problem. Yeah, that's what I mean. It happened in Manhattan. Well, because me and my buddies were a little different. That happened to us in Manhattan. We were like on 80th Street. We were sitting at a red light. Me and this kid Frank Martucci, and this guy runs right to our car, runs up to it, bounces his knee off the fender, and lays down. And a crowd started to come around, and I opened up the door and I said, "Did you get hurt? Did we run you over?" I said, "If you're going to sue us, you are going to get hurt." And I pulled him into the door and I started slamming the door on his body. Slam, slam. When I hit him the third time, he fell away and we drove away. I said, "You're going to sue us? You're going to have a reason for suing us." And I dragged him over to the car and started slamming the door on his body. That's a true story. Hey, listen, I don't mind getting sued, but you're not going to sue me for nothing. You're going to have some damage, then you can sue me. Because he was going to sue us for nothing. Yeah, we'll do some damage to your body, then at least you got a reason for a suit. So yeah, they didn't know what to do except for run. They ran for cover and we drove away. Yeah, now you can't get away with it. There's cameras everywhere. Those pre-cameras. Now I would have looked like the bad guy. I've seen it before. You can't believe my own testimony. I'm a really bad person for testimony. I think it's great. Very cool, sir. I thank you for the phone call. Good for you, my friend. I'm rooting for you. And happy Father's Day. Thank you, thank you. Sounds like fun. Yeah, we're all you. Adios. Cheers. Well, thank you, Neil. He gave me the complete rundown on what goes on in soccer and how it works. Ah, that's interesting. So, yes, Father's Day is a U.S. holiday. Sorry, I'm looking at the YouTube chat room. Father's Day, yes, it's a U.S. holiday. But then MCW says, I know the answer, but it's too hot today. Dutch people don't. Oh, wait a minute. Dutch people don't celebrate Father's Day, right? Not now. In Sweden, it's in November. Is Father's Day worldwide? It's an interesting. I thought that was just an American, sell some stuff on Father's Day holiday. Because most of our holidays are just to sell stuff.
It's celebrated internationally in over 112 countries.
112 countries celebrate Father's Day.
From what I'm reading,
but not this Sunday though, right? Different dates.
Third Sunday, so AI. Third Sunday in June, the most widely adopted day, along with U.S. countries like UK, Canada, India, France, and Mexico celebrate on this day. March 19th, many Roman Catholic countries like Spain, Italy, Portugal celebrate on this date. That coincides with St. Joseph's Day, which honors the prophet Jesus. First Sunday, September, observed in Australia and New Zealand. Second Sunday in August, celebrated in Brazil, which coincides with the feast of Saint Joachim. And second Sunday in November, celebrated in Scandinavian countries.
Okay. Sweden's a Scandinavian country. I have a really good friend of mine in Vegas from Sweden. Actually, she was a supermodel for many years. Lisa's from Sweden, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how old she is now. She's got to be 70 something, and she's still beautiful. What times? It's only 2:40. God, we'll be here forever tonight.
Well, it's the day before the holiday, right? It's probably why I feel like I'm dragging.
Yeah, there is that.
Or like waiting to get there.
Oh, Joe Namath passed. Get out of town.
Passed away?
No. I'm scrolling, and all of a sudden, a video comes up of Joe Namath throwing a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Of all things.
Then
tell me they're not baiting me. In fact, I think they're showing all his touchdowns in a row. How cool is this? Wow, he just threw a 67-yarder. Holy cow. That's a throw. It flew for 67 yards before he caught it. Damn, this guy can throw a ball. I was too young to watch him. I never actually got to watch him play.
That's even worse that you're that son.
No. I mean, I saw the reruns, but I was too young when he was actually playing for me to remember any of it. Well, he sure can throw the ball, though, huh? Yeah.
Olivia told me something interesting the other day. I think the Knicks had just won. She came into my room. She's like, I just remembered something. When I was growing up, like in Staten Island, she remembers more of her friends in class and people in school were more Nets fans than Knicks fans at the time.
Olivia?
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense because if you're talking about like the early 2000s,
It was a
the
newer
Knicks,
team.
the Knicks like they went to the finals in '99, but then after that they started to fall off. Ewing left, but then the Jason Kidd era started, and the Nets got to the finals in '02.
Well, if I remember right, they were kind of new to Jersey, weren't they?
Let's see. They were in New York originally, and then they moved to Jersey. Okay, so 1968 to 1977, they were the New York Mets. They moved to Long Island, played there during the ABA time. Then from 1977 to 2012, they were the Jersey Mets.
77, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm confusing the Nets with the Devils, Mikey.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
they
of
were
the Devils. The Jersey Devils were a new team when I was on the trading floor. Different sport. Nice. It was a Curtis Martin touchdown, huh? Never heard that name since I was a kid. Well, whoever put those up, thank you for the replays of Joe Namath. That was pretty cool. Oh, Mike, this must be AI.
Oh.
Look at this picture in front of the garden. You'll appreciate this.
In front of the garden?
Yeah. Look at that. They make a fake. They made a fake bronze statue in front of Madison Square Garden.
Nice. I mean, there's talks that Brunson will get one, and I'm sure he will when he retires, but I don't think they do it that fast.
Wow, could you imagine?
That's the only other
pretty good
joking
likeness,
reason
too.
why I say James Dolan still shouldn't get the credit. The only reason he got the players is because Brunson took the cut and asked him to get those guys.
Well,
If
that is
Brunson
true.
didn't take the cut, this never would have happened.
Well, we really don't know who came up with the plan, but the plan worked really well.
Exactly. Truly, Dolan could have been the mastermind behind all of this, and some kind of underground deal that told him, if you don't take the pay cut, I promise, whatever.
Wash doesn't deny it. He's more than happy to let you know that he's a hawk. To be honest, I couldn't understand why Trump was choosing him to begin with, unless he just wanted an honest guy who would do a good job. Because Wash is not going to lower rates because the president wants him to. That guy doesn't like to lower rates even when the economy is calling for it. So lowering rates isn't one of his big strong points. What's that?
He was reading this shit.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's just stupid spam nonsense. This one.
You need me to shake my ass in front of the camera? You must realize that this is a trading room, and the room you're looking for is probably next door. The odds aren't very high that Oscar's going to do that. It's someone in the pump room. Hey, Oscar, here's what they wrote. Hey, Oscar, I just had a challenge for you. Can you shake your butt in front of the camera? And then it says, please shake your butt in front of the... Please shake your butt. I will win the bounty.
Just one time, please. Wow.
What do you think you have stumbled upon, sir? Sorry, this is why we have cameras that go in one direction only, because you'll find I'm as close to normal as whatever the hell normal might mean. Yes, we're all broken, but you will not find me doing anything weird on camera ever, 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 ever. So, no, that won't be happening tomorrow or today. So
Yeah, right, Neil.
wait a minute.
Not an open mic
Wait.
club.
I have to answer for MCW. MCW says, Oscar, can you explain to us? You make money when you trade, but when you do a live session, I don't see you trading. How do you do that? I send the trades out in something called, here, let me show you. This is why you don't see us trading, and it is on purpose. And I've been doing this my entire life. You don't know what I'm getting in out of the markets. Nobody knows. But look, this is why you don't know what's going on. This is what they're getting, the members. This tells you where we want to buy, where we want to place stops, where we want to sell. This goes out to the members who are actually trading. It's quiet. I don't say the words to anyone ever. Reason behind that is, why would we show our hand, right? We're playing cards against everybody else in this today. Everybody else trading S&P, NASDAQ, Russ, we're all playing cards. Why do I have to show my hand before everyone else shows theirs? I'm not showing my hand. So I keep my hand like this, and we quietly do these trades so nobody knows. I talk about the trades after we're out. You don't hear much about them while we're in. The other side of it is, got my ass kicked this morning. I don't want to show you that. Boy, was I wrong this morning. But here's what you'll find about me. I am the first person to admit they're wrong. I am more than happy to admit I'm wrong. And I'm sending out flash updates to people around the world. They know I'm wrong. There's no denying that. I'll tell you right now, when you lose on a trade that someone sent you a recommendation on, and if they claim you won, you're going to hang them. So they know we win. I talk about when we lose, I mention it. When we win, we expect to win. So I try not to mention the wins too much. But yeah, man. We do our trading, but we do it quietly so that we're not showing the entire world what it is we're buying and selling until we're done with the trade. You could understand that, right, MCW? No, you did read that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if I start playing disco, there's a chance we'll get up and dance for you, but I don't like disco, so now we're still in the same spot we were in before.
That's just...
That is correct. Here's what I will tell you today, MCW. One of the things that you would never, ever have wanted to get from me today was this. This is the last thing you wanted from me today because it had nothing but a bad trade in it. Now, I laugh because Omni kicks ass every year, and we're going to go through some bad months as we do every year. But it wins every year, thank God. We usually do very well every year with our Omni. I can't promise any more than this. When people say, Oscar, can you help me invest my money? I have one answer to all of you. Yes, I can help you invest your money until it's all gone. Anything past that's gravy. If we could do better, we did good. But I can help you invest it till it's all gone. It's usually my entire career, the biggest clients that I've ever had. When they ask me stuff, that's always my answer to them. And they always laugh, but might as well be honest. Sure, I can help you invest your money until it's all gone. Anything more than that, we'll call it gravy. How did Intel end up doing? I know that I had a gentleman ask me about Intel, and because I worked it up and saw it looked ugly, I put it in the video yesterday. I wonder how it did overall. Are you still open, Intel? Or was it NVIDIA? I thought it was Intel. Maybe it's NVIDIA. I look at lots of stuff. Maybe it was NVIDIA. Let me look. Oh, it was NVIDIA. Yeah, so we still hold the same opinion on NVIDIA, and that opinion is very simple. While you are below this, you sell the rallies. You get above that, you can consider buying the dips. It's two things happening there, by the way. You've got this, and let's make this a little more serious now. You've got this, and we're going to darken it up, and that would be here. You've got this and the average happening at the same place. So you've got to get past this area in order to even consider wanting to buy. And remember that when NVIDIA got above this trend line only once, it was an ugly happening, and it turned around and settled all the way back inside. Oh, by the way, do I have my stupid camera in front of your eyes? No, I don't. Good. It settled all the way back inside of, underneath the red line inside the channel, and then it just stayed the entire time. So now we're challenging that area, but past history tells us don't get long on the first day up, that's for sure. Does everyone get that if you are trading NVIDIA? Any questions on that? You got to be careful here now. This is do or die area inside of this circle. That's your do or die area. In fact, we could label it too if you want. That's your spot right there, kids. Hello. Oh, no, thank you. I'll message him and see. I'll check right now. All right. All right. Bye. Hey, Mike, do you have Greg's number?
Right.
Ticket Greg.
Yeah.
Would you give him a call, find out if you found out anything on the Sugar Ray concert tickets? He's asked me not to message him. He always says, Oscar, don't message me, call me. So, would you mind calling him?
Sure.
He knows. He's looking for him already.
Want me to call him on their phone?
No, you can just call him on yours. He'll answer you. Just tell him that I was wondering if he heard anything on Sugar Ray. Now, back to this chart. Why do we consider this average and this line an area? Well, if the line wasn't here, let's forget there's no red line. Look at how well the market pays respect to the average. Right? So you have to think that Wall Street's doing something around this average, which is making it pay such great respect to it. So that gives us our do or die zone. Does everyone get that? Very good. Thank you, Neil. Do we get that? In the YouTube room. And you guys on Pump can't even see what I'm showing, huh? That's a real shame. We got to work this out so we're all on the same screen. All right. YouTube doesn't like to chat, huh? What's your problem, people on YouTube? You afraid to speak to me? Don't be afraid. I'm not going to bite. Use.
Nothing yet. He will let us know.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
for rice.
Tell them that, if you don't mind. Let that area make a decision for you. You know, Neil? New low and silver. Told you these things look terrible. Look at this thing making new lows. Silver. Bam. Weekly's ugly. Daily's ugly. It is just ugly. Not looking very good. Ugly kids. Ugly on the daily and ugly on the weekly. That looks just as bad, kids. See, I don't need a whole lot of stuff on my charts to tell me what's going on. Yes, I would add a few more things than nothing, but I don't need a lot on my charts to tell me what's going on. The visual is plenty. I know people that have very, very, very complicated charts. I'm not one of them. What's going on with Microsoft? What makes you say that? I think they're up here somewhere. No. Oh yeah, it is up here somewhere. I got Microsoft.
Oh, actually, no, I don't know. But I don't know if this will have anything to do with like Sony or Microsoft. Rockstar just announced pre-orders for the game come out next Friday.
Oh really?
Start pre-ordering, yeah. So I don't know if that will do anything stock-wise, but.
This looks like it needs to be different. This looks like, just looking at that, this is like it already broke the 50, didn't it? Let's look at the 50. Looks like it already got under the 50. Oh yeah, it sure did. Yuck. That's yuck. Interesting. You had a nice bull flag. You broke out of the bull flag. You made your projection, and then that was the end of that, huh? We're going to go down here and test this double bottom area. I'm heading down there. How much more of this chart can I see? There's two reasons to head down there. You also have a trend line support down there in the same spot. Looks like it's the same spot anyway. Oh yeah, there's two reasons to go down there now. Guess that's your target, Neil, or whoever asked me about Microsoft MCM. I think that's your target right there, somewhere near 350. Now, I haven't really done a lot of work. I'm just eyeballing this, but just eyeballing it tells you that you're going to go down here and test this stuff, right? 360, 358. How about we do this? And we say, save as. 1 second, Mikey. Make that safe. Oh, you're talking about the email list?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I gotta wait until I'm not recording.
Oh, okay. You know that.
It's just too risky to put that in front of everybody. You know what I mean? All right, S&P is going deeper now. Pulling back a little bit. It's 3 o'clock, 3:07.
All right, cool. Those morons everything back.
Was that? Yeah, it was a few times.
Oh, you did it too?
Yeah. 3 hands raised. So no one writes in this chat room anymore, is that it? I didn't write that stuff. Who wrote this?
Probably me earlier, if it's just those messages.
Well, no. Oh, were you showing me backwards when he was asking me? See, there's this.
That's all from days ago. Yeah, that was me today. That was me today.
Gotcha. You know why? Because I shut the public out of that chat room. They're not allowed to go in there.
Members only kind of thing.
Talking about Microsoft and the 200 on a weekly. We were just looking at Microsoft. We can make it the weekly. So we can turn this back into a 200. And we'll make it a weekly. Not a whole lot of getting below that average, huh? Oh, interesting. The trend lines come in the same spot. Isn't that interesting? On a weekly and a daily. Isn't that interesting? This guy goes back to where he was. New low in the YM. Neil, you may get your wish, buddy. New low silver, new low gold. my stock ticker is doing. Trading up now. This is good. Me? No, I'm good, thank you. You know what? I'll give me this one too. And yeah, I was gonna say if you could just take all that stuff. That's not mine either. I mean it is, but it's all. Thank you. Both for me. Cool. Another new low in silver and gold. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Platinum new low. Let's go see Palladium. Where's my Palladium? Aren't you showing yourself? Oh, there we go. Palladium 4 points off the lows. Told you those metals look ugly. Alright, so I have to start looking at this. Huh. Uncheck 313. I'm just gonna do something real fast, and then I will put together my list. There it is. Live with Oscar. Hello. Who am I speaking with? Oh my God, is this? Can you take me off this list? This is a commodities trading desk where we take orders like if you wanted to buy or sell silver or gold. And this happens to me all day. Can you please somehow figure out how to stop my number from getting called? It's literally a trading desk. You're supposed to be calling here to place orders, so it's not a good spot for cold calls. If there's any way you can take me off the list, I know that's not always possible. Please do, okay? Appreciate your help. That was a Google guy. Usually it's a girl that calls from Google. Hi, your listing is not right. Give us $5,000 and we'll figure it out for you. But this time it was a guy, and he said, I think I can remove you. Maybe he will. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, be right back. That was my buddy Greg. Him and a few other people are going to get into the Omni coin this afternoon. They want to come by and set up. I think this was muted. As I was just mentioning, I've got some friends coming over to get into the Omni Phoenix this afternoon. Yay! More participants. We like that. Ah, this is Friday for us, huh? It's funny though, I got so much work to do after we get done with this. I got video to do, I got a whole list to put together, I got all kinds of stuff to do today. What are we watching over there, Mikey?
We are watching
I see it's 0-0.
versus Bosnia and Virgin.
Who is it?
Bosnia and Geneva.
Geneva? That's Switzerland.
No,
Can't be Geneva.
I don't. This is the second time I've seen it. It's like two countries together. I don't understand what that means.
Let me see if I can see.
Versus Bosnia and Herzegova.
Herzegovina.
Herzegovina.
Herzegovina, I think is how you say that.
Herzegovina. So Bosnia and Herzegovina versus.
That's one country, believe it or not. Yeah, imagine having to put that on your envelope when you're writing a letter. It's like a Family Guy changing the big name underneath. Every now and then he scrambles it up. Sounds like it's from two countries, but I swear it's just one.
I don't know about that. Let's do that.
All right. Cavity check. 65.29 new low S&P. Excuse me, new low silver.
Like kangaroos, yeah.
Sleeve. Can you guys even see the silver board? Look, I have it covered, don't I? Let's move this thing out of the way so you can see the silver board. These guys are all closed, right? They're wheat, corn, oats, all that stuff, so we can cover them. Arrow, please. So this is silver and gold right here. Silver, gold. Silver, gold. Every time silver makes a new low, it'll light up like that. So it is getting uglier by the moment. We just looked at these charts, Dave. They look worse already. Yep, they sure do. Little nosedive going on here. You know, interestingly enough, if you look, it's kind of this. At least that's what I would call it. Right? It looks like you got something like this going on here. And then bam, down you go. Does gold look like that? Not quite. It does, but not the same. So if you are watching on Twitter, I cannot converse with you unless you come to my chat room. This is no place on Twitter to have like a chat. Or you go to the YouTube where there's a chat room, but smarter if you come to my trading room because you can log in and log out anytime you want, and no rules about music and this and that, and there are no strangers in there that can bother us. So if you want to come join me at Live with Oscar, if you're watching on Twitter, you're much better off. It's really simple function. Let me see if I can find the page for you. Live with Oscar. You just literally go to livewithoscar.com. And once you're there, if you're not a member, you hit register. You fill this out, hit send. It will go to your spam mail. Check your spam, send it back, and then you get to join us in our live trading room. And this way, it's a two-way as far as I have a microphone, camera, and you guys can chat with me and I can chat back to you, but without all the rules of social networking clamored on top of it. Man, you know it's summer. We can't get them to show up or even speak while they're here. We're muted. All right, we're back. Yeah, and it's summer, so this is the perfect time for us to be doing this. By September, it'll be a madhouse, you know. So, back to this picture. Where is it? It's one of these guys. Why does this say closed? This is the Strait of Hormuz. It usually is pretty dynamic as far as up to date. Why is it closed? Zero ships. Zero ships. Thought this bad boy was getting opened. Risk now has gone to extreme. Oh, I see. It's not until June 19th. All right, got it. Here's where the issue is. They're waiting for the last moment. All right, I get it. Use whatever time you have. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a money sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat, and it says, show your support for, and then whoever you're watching. What the hell is that? Boy, would I be afraid to click on that. I have no clue what that is, but I'm not clicking on it. Ten-year notes are unchanged, which is why they're white on the board right now instead of red or green. "24 minutes till the close." 24. Hello, my name is Lily, and I'm a licensed advisor for whatever spam came across my phone. It's very quiet right now. It's bitty quiet.
Alright, say goodbye.
Mm. Still doing very well. Maybe we'll put some lines on this guy for a while. Give that sucker a round of applause, huh? It's moving in pieces. Look at this. It's moving in pieces. Let's see if I can show you what I mean. I think that's a true one. No, it's not. Anything true. It's moving in these weird chunks. This is cool. Right, and then you go this way, and then you go back that way, and then now you're going this way. Very cool. Bless you.
Thank you. That was big.
Run mouse.
It's still 0-0 for Switzerland versus the double.
Still 0-0, huh?
39th minute. And that last week, who won, by the way? South Africa?
Stayed
or-
1-1.
They could do that in this tournament?
Yes, up until which Neil just explained to me. Up until the next round. After that, then we'll end
Oh,
up going
okay,
to overtimes and then kickoff.
Nice. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright. So I can actually root for a tie for US versus Australia. Oh, it's not the women's team.
What's that?
I was thinking, I said, well, then I guess I can hope for a tie for Australia versus US.
Well, what you can hope for is that the women's team shows up.
Exactly. That was saying.
Because we've been there, Mikey. The women there are very handsome. That is a handsome place to go. Australia, we're talking about.
At least Gold Coast.
Yeah, the Gold Coast was definitely a handsome place to be.
Man, I saw for the Hurricanes when they beat the Knights, the guy that won the Stanley Cup MVP, he was like 36, 37 years old. Guess the oldest guy to win it, he won one like at 20 years old, maybe with the Hurricanes back in 06 or something like that, or Penguins.
What are we talking about?
The Stanley Cup, the
Right.
Knights versus Hurricanes. Whoever's the guy that won it, he was like 36, 37 years old, and he won the finals MVP.
Wow. Oh yes, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing, to be honest.
Yeah.
He was an amazing guy to watch, and his story is very cool as well.
Let's see. See that guy.
Yeah, they did a short expose on him during the game. It was great. Nice Upland shirt. Oh, Mike, what was his name? He's not from here, so
I'm trying to figure it out.
he was on the Hurricanes. 37 years old, really, really good hockey player. Think he spent some time hurt and then came back. Oh, and he got MVP, right?
Jordan Stahl.
Yes, that's him. Stahl, Stahl.
Staan.
Say it again.
Jordan, like Jordan. Staal. Stahl.
No H.
No.
Put that in the room for Neil.
Shoot. There's two brothers with the same name.
Jordan. Let's see what you got, Mikey. There he is. That's the guy. He was really good. You know who deserved it more than anybody? The goaltender. This makes me try to log in, otherwise I can't use it.
Well, really? They let me scroll.
I thought the goaltender deserved MVP. I mean, what a guy. But he's young. This guy might not be around next year. It was great to give it to him. But boy, that goaltender, I wanted to choke him watching those games. He was so good. He was just killing our boys.
Oh wow, this guy Jordan Stahl from 2006 to 7, he was 18. That was his rookie season.
We just got a new high in the Nasdaq, kids. What on earth? Look at that ultra strength. This is a 3-day weekend. Another new high.
So he was on the Pittsburgh Penguins from 06-07 season.
Okay.
2011-12 season. That guy Jordan Stahl.
He's been around since 06, 07.
Yeah.
Damn, in
He started-
hockey?
He started at 18, so if he wants to play at 40, he's got 3 more years. He's only 37.
You know how hard that is on your body for hockey?
Well, you have to think he's calling it quits now, right?
Maybe not. I mean, he don't look like a guy that doesn't have another year in him.
That does or does not?
Does not. But when you get MVP, you're supposed to quit. That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of.
You leave the champion. You've got your MVP trophy. Everyone knows you as champ. You leave the champion.
Stick around like the organization as an ambassador or something, so you technically get a ring if they win. Which I believe, I want to double check. I think Walt Frazier and Ewing actually are getting a ring from the organization because they're ambassadors for the team.
Really?
Let me double check. I was reading that about the Knicks.
Boy, would I like to see Patrick get a ring, even though he knows he didn't get the ring, but he got a ring. Your daughter's 36? I don't think we're there yet. We got a 30-year-old. 38. Oh, I thought he was 37. Isn't he 37, Mike?
That guy, 30. Well,
Stop.
it said he was 37 on his last season, but let's see when his birthday is. Because maybe that just hasn't updated.
I heard them say 37 when they were announcing him. Look at this thing go. New high again in the NASDAQ. Russell's about to touch its high. S&P still having a little trouble. Well, I'm sorry. I said that only because Mikey had mentioned the word. Someone said 39. I guess it was Mikey. So then I thought there was a 39 involved there, Neil. But you are right when we do the math on that. I'm going to put a star on you. I'm going to put a star on your paper, a sticker. You know,
just stays number 1 in the class.
if you ever watch the movie where it shows how Facebook gets stolen from the Winklevoss brothers, it's a movie, and it shows how, you know, he literally stole that from them. But now they're in court, and Facebook's made a lot of money at this point, and they're just in court to get money from them. So Zuckerberg's sitting there, and the attorney says to him, so he put in $11,000, then he put in another $3,000, making it $14,000. And he went, hold on. He takes out a piece of paper and he starts scribbling and writing and stuff. This is Zuckerberg. And then he looks up and goes, I agree with the math. Go on. You know what I mean? He was having fun with them. Okay, I agree with the math. Go on. I'm sure he knew he was sitting on so much money at that point that he could have had as much fun as he wanted in that courtroom, because he's going to leave with the company and still rich, you know? So it really didn't matter what happened in court at that point.
I believe the real guy's name, I don't know his last name, but first is Eduardo something.
Who are we talking about?
We're talking about the guy that got Facebook stolen from Mark, right?
The Winklevoss brothers, the two brothers. They created it, went over to, so they were in college together. And they went over to Zuckerberg and said, hey, you're a genius kid. Can you help us with the coding a little bit? And they hired him to do some work. And then they'd call him and say, how's it going? And he was kind of ducking their calls and not sending the proper emails back and kind of making excuses. And then he turned it loose as if it was his own. And some things go viral, some things don't. It went viral, and that was that. It just went. There was no stopping it. So they were freaking out that he released it. It's not even his program. They just hired him to do some work. It'd be like Bob trying to release my Omni and claiming it's his, you know?
Yeah.
Difference was Zuckerberg knew how to use the program. You got to know how to use the Omni to use the Omni.
Mm-hmm.
So it couldn't have happened, although he tried. He did try that, but it didn't work.
What brothers did you say?
Winkle Voss with a V.
So Tyler Winklevoss.
And his brother.
I'm looking at the cast of the movie. You're talking about the one with Andrew Garfield, right?
Correct.
2010.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I will say there was no reason to cut that kid out. He knew him his entire life. No matter what the deal was, he should have just kept him on with him anyway. You know what I mean? Man, I was with you my whole life. You supported this effort. You're covered, kid. Don't worry about it. No matter where your brain goes, we got you covered. We'll put you in a padded room if we need, but we got you. He didn't do that. He said he fought with him and kind of tried to knock him anything. I was a little taken aback by that. I mean, this is his best friend his whole life. That was total BS. Um, I don't think it could have ever been what it became without Zuckerberg. Of course, those boys came up with the idea, and then I guess he went from in a way, I guess he saw the Betamax and turned it into the VCR and released it. You know what I mean? He went, nice Betamax. You guys, let me show you what a VCR should really be, not a Betamax. I think that's what happened there. And he put some bells and whistles on it and sent it out, and it was just bingo. But you can't do viral on purpose. It only is by accident, right? There is no viral on purpose. Not everyone tries. Nobody gets it done on purpose. I mean, unless you're already a mega star, and then you can do things that go. Calm down, son. Thank you. That's to let me know if I'm anywhere in this building that it is time to play the game.
Sounds like a slow to a movie.
Hmm.
Would
Would care to play a game, Dr. Falcon?
I was thinking of Saw, but that was too.
Yeah, you were thinking of Saw because you went to an escape room recently.
Which was so much fun when you to do that.
I still haven't done one yet.
Well, no.
Russell, YM, ES, NASDAQ, this is getting crazy strong here. With the dollar going up, I mean, this is just strength on top of strength on top of strength. Crazy what that wacky president of ours set up for us, huh? What?
I've seen memes where it's like somebody like in the middle of a casino looking dazed, and it's the caption, "This is one of the hardest escape rooms."
Oh. Hey, we're still 0-0 up there? New high, Russ.
0-0 halftime. Is the group B team
We're in Group B?
Yeah.
You see what he wrote? You know why? You should be using the other camera. You're using the onboard camera, aren't you?
Well, that's the one you have.
Oh.
Gotcha. Is that better with the light?
Maybe. When's the last time you cleaned it? Just take something and clean it off with it. You have anything? Anyway. Try one of these. 354. 6 minutes till the close, and boy, did they just give it strength the whole afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Is that Al Pacino movie?
Yes, Dog Day Afternoon. Very good Al Pacino movie.
You know what else was an Al Pacino movie that you might not believe?
What?
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. Oh, that's right. Al Pacino loves Jill.
In Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler, he's the one that has a crush on Jill.
You are correct.
Well, probably one of those stupid roles he's ever played.
Imagine how much fun they had doing those scenes, though. Both of those guys are pretty darn masculine to have been doing the scene with one of them dressed as a girl,
yeah,
and the other one in love with the ugly girl who looks like a man.
Yeah.
That had to be a lot of fun. That set. You don't have to be serious at all there. You know what I mean? You just got to get you got to get you got to get the scenes done, but you don't got to be serious about any of it. Another new high in the Russ. We're going to 3,000 today. Jeez, go Russ. $3,000.40. Russell 2000. Look at that thing go. YM, give me you. I guess I'm still trying. New Delhi high in the Russ. What would Nazi need to do to get up there? Nazi ain't getting there this week. Next week. Why I'm really tells you the story, to be honest. That's just a weird day. What happened when you cleaned off your camera? Did it look any better? Oh, that's definitely better. You should move that bottle out of there, though. That's just horrible looking.
Upside down.
And we have time for the water go on, go off, go back on, come back off, and then maybe be in the middle of that before Sunday. So there's lots of time. But it looks like war off because these markets are acting like war off. Metals slammed, indices sharp, dollar good, bonds good. You should get one, Mike. And every now and then, just take off your belt and snap it. I can't wait to move this damn microphone out of my picture, but we can't do that until we turn off this whole rig. Well, it's just really a matter of sliding
It's about 2 minutes from now.
the whole thing back. You know what I mean? But I don't want to wreck everything at the moment.
Yeah, Clyde Frazier and Patrick Ewing are both going to be getting rings.
Both going to get a ring, huh?
Yeah, because they're ambassadors, so they're employees of the team.
Is Spike Lee getting a ring?
You know what's funny?
He's actually an ambassador. I promise you that he's going to get a ring.
Oh, if he is one, then he should.
Well, he has to be. He is synonymous with that team. Hey, sweets. I bet you they'll give him an honorary something. He's probably spent more money than anybody else going to see those games. You gotta wait. It takes a few moments. All right. Markets are closed. Not quite officially until 5, but 5 Eastern. But stock market just closed. Pressure comes off. And I just got a message that my wife, who's going for back surgery in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, hurt her back. So I got to run, kids. I'll be back. I'll see you. Well, I don't know if I'll be back. I'll see you. Let me shut this stuff down. Hey, stops are in. Emotions are out. Have a great Juneteenth. Have a great Father's Day around the world. I noticed we did some research. They celebrate it all over the world. So happy Father's Day out there to all you dads, all you moms without husbands, with kids. Happy Father's Day to you guys as well. You deserve that. And I will try to get a video done this evening to get us set up for Sunday night, Monday.